Alright, we're on hole number 10 of the Gridiron tournament in the rookie division. We're in the weekend round. And we shot a pretty good front 9, but we dropped 2 and 4. And those holes right now would have put us in a catbird seat, and we're not in that seat. So we have got to play tight and aggressive on these last holes. We got to play smart, but we still have to be going for, and we're going to be going for albatross on this hole. So we're going to be using a 5 power ball and an extra mile. We're going to take our accurate clubs. Let's see which one I like better. Let's take our accurate clubs. Now I'm going to switch this bag. We're going to take our extra mile, and then everything else is going to be accurate. Now our goal here is to get into our rapier range. That is our goal, but we may end up in our hornet range. And then we're going to take a 5 power ball. Off we go. Hole number 10, we need an albie right here. We need to start this. We need to start the back 9 off with some momentum. And an albie right here would definitely give us a little bit of momentum going into the back 9. We're down 2 shots, so we've gotta get some stuff. See how our opponent's doing here. See if they're going to do a pure layup or if they're going to go for some extra. It's pretty easy to get up into here without having to do anything spectacular, but you can see, it's hard to see from this angle, but his second bounce, if he puts any curl, that much curl on there, takes a big risk of bumping into that rough on that little peninsula where it juts out right there. You can see where that second bounce was right at the point where it came out the farthest. He didn't adjust the wind out, so the wind carried him so that he wouldn't, so that all that curl wouldn't get in there. Okay, so we want to be out here, and I want to be half our blue and come in just a little. A little right there, and we're going to take that wind out. So it's a 5-4 wind. Put all that we can get in there. Oh, we didn't get it all. We didn't get quite all of it. It's all about that bounce. If we can bounce before that or bounce after it. This means we're going to be in our minimum. I think we're going to be in our, somewhere towards our minimum long iron, or excuse me, minimum short iron range. So we're probably going to be in the 2-2 with our hornet. I don't think they have quite enough roll to get up there. There's a little trough right there in front of the green. The green's on a little plateau. If you're rolling it in, you gotta have just enough speed to make it back up that trough. Okay, so there's our hornet. And there's minimum. There's max up there. So we're definitely in the more on the min side. We're gonna put 2 backspin on it. I want to go right at it. We're in the probably the 2 mile per hour range, so there's 4, so we're a little shy of 2 rings. Just a little micro movement. Isn't it perfect? Give ourselves a shot at albatross here. That's what I'm talking about right there. Woo! In the hole. Starting the back 9 off with a push. Now we need more. We've got to execute on hole number 2 and maintain this for the back 9. Alright, let's go take a look at hole number 2, hole number 11. Alright, we need to execute on this hole. We've got the shot in the bag. We've executed this shot the last several times we've played it. The last time everything was right, I literally dropped I hit it good to the right, and you can't do that. These setup shots like this, you're always trying to give yourself a great to the left or the right and still have some semblance of the shot, but you can't hit it good. Alright, we have our clubs. We have our stuff. We're going to be taking the wind out of this shot. And we need to get on so that we can be putting for eagle. And we're going to do 4 backspin. Maximum side spin, whatever we can get on after the 4 backspin. Alright, I go first. I'm going to come down into this area. We're going to do 4 backspin. Max right hand side spin. Okay, there's the front. And the wind's taking us down that slope. We want to be just a little bit. And we're going to take the wind out. So that's about a ring and a half pull. And we're going to put a little bit of side spin on it because we want it to come towards the hole. Isn't it perfect? We just want to dribble onto the green. Right there, when we want it to stop. Just dribble out there. Alright, we got a shot here at eagle. Just a nice, easy shot. Alright, see what how our opponent does here. Hopefully they end up on as well. I always want our opponents to do good. That good shot on the inside's not good. If you're doing the trees, a lot of times if you're doing that first one, man, that's awesome. I can't believe that they made it there with that shot. But you never know when you're hitting through the trees where you're going to end up. So I'm going to go right at it. Let me hit it great to the right. Excuse me, great to the left. In the hole for eagle. Alright, that is what I'm talking about. Now we need to hammer this next hole and get a hole in one. We've got to pick up shots on every hole. Every hole including 4. 4 is the critical shot coming up, so we've got to hit hole number 4. If we can nail hole number 4, that's going to be super, super critical to our round here. And we can help ourselves out by getting a hole in one on this next shot. And hole number 3 is definitely hole in oneable. Alright, I'm going to be forfeiting that match. Exit. Exit. Alright, what hole are we on? We're on hole number 11. Hole number 11. Oh, that was hole number 11. We're on hole number 12. Hole number 12. Okay, we got this shot. Alright, we're using a sniper, and we're going to use one of those Santa balls. We're going to use a sniper, and we're going to take a Santa. That's all we need. We're not even going to bring our putter on this one. Get our pin box. Get the next one rolling. Alright, here we go, hole number 12. We need a hole-in-one. We have got to pick shots up. Every single hole we get to, we need to pick up the shot. We've got a couple shots here towards the end, hole number 5 and hole number 7 that don't really, hole number 5, 7, and 9 don't really lend themselves to picking up a shot. So we don't want to wait until we get on those holes. We want to try and, this is a key opportunity right here to pick up a shot. So we want to give ourselves every opportunity for it. So we're going to do 1 and a sliver of topspin, 1 right-hand side spin. And we're just going to be in a right-hand direction when we're in our shot. We want to be up against the nubs, but not pushing up against the nubs. We're going to have a very small wind here with our sniper, and it's a full ring adjustment. So whatever it is, it's 1 per ring. It's all going to boil down to hitting it perfect. If we hit it perfect, we're going to give ourselves a shot at hole-in-one here. If we don't hit it perfect, it's going to go that way, that much. I mean, that's literally all it boils down to. Alright, our opponent has set up. Hit it great to the left. And it went great to the left. Alright, we're going to do 1 and a sliver of topspin and 1 right-hand side spin. We want to get our wedged in there on those roughs. And we're going to take out 1 9, so that's almost a perfect 2-ring pull. And we just need to hit perfect. And we hit it great to the right. Dang it! Dang it! And it's going to end up just a little great to the right. Look at that. Oh, that's how close we were. A perfect shot on that would have been in the hole. Close. Close. Damn it. That was a golden opportunity lost right there. Golden opportunity lost. Birdie, birdie. You go to a par 3, you can't expect anything more than a birdie, but man, we have dialed some of these par 3s in, and to miss one just like that, just because we didn't hit it perfect, is just heartbreaking. You got to hit these shots perfect. All right, that was hole number 12. Let's go to hole number 13. See what we got in store for us. We have this hole right here is going to be the critical hole on our back 9. We have to execute on this hole, and the first time round we made every adjustment right. We ended up right out here. If we would have been to the left, we would have been in the fairway, but my setup shot here, I was riding when it pushed it down. It's not affecting this shot as much as it feels like it's going to. So I'm going to start a little bit lower here, because I think if we come out in here with that right-hand side spin that we're putting on the shot, it'll help us. But it's not a huge adjustment, but I want to kind of adjust for that, because I've had this happen twice where I've been in what really should have been a good spot. Okay, we really only need our extra mile, and I'm going to tighten. Extra mile and a tighten. Alright, here we go. And we had a little bit high wind here. I had to take a little wind out, and that also changed. Taking that wind out was right. It put me in the right spot if I had been, but it pulled me a little more to the right up here. So we're gonna have to adjust for that as well. And I go first. Wow, I don't go first. What's the deal? Okay, so they've got a katana, and they've got a 4-4 wind, so we're going to be with a similar wind, and we don't really want to be any more than 3, so we're going to need to take about 3/4 of a ring out. Your opponent hit great to the right, which probably on the first bounce here won't affect them, but it's this bounce right there. If they'd have been further to the left, that bounce would have been in that fairway. And that's exactly what I've been doing when I fail on this hole, is I'm ending up a little too right. So we're going to put on not quite all of the topspin. The 4-2 is going to push us up in that area, so we're going to take a little bit of that wind out, but I want to be a little lower down here. I want to be just a little lower, and then we're going to take a good 3/4 of a ring out. Hit it great on the inside, which will affect our second bounce. So we're probably going to end up in the rough right there. I'm doing that to myself. We still have a shot at this. This all boils down to right here is perfect. On these sand shots, if you can hit them perfect, they go in the hole. If you don't hit it perfect, it won't go in the hole. So that's all it's going to boil down to. Is I need to make a perfect shot here and recover from this and get some height going into these last 5 holes, and we have a shot. But we have got to pick this hole up right here. If we want any shot of winning this tournament, I've got to make this shot. Okay, I'm going to put my backspin on. And I know that doesn't look like a lot of backspin, but on this club, that is a lot of backspin. Okay, and the wind's kind of going with us, so we're going to be off just a little bit to the side. And it's going to boil down to perfect. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Eagle. We just gave ourselves a shot at the win right there by making that shot. All right. And that's what I'm talking about. Good luck in the tournament. All right, we're on hole number 14. Hole number 14. This is a big par 5. This is a critical hole right here. And we're going to be taking all of our backspin clubs. We're taking bag number 1, and I'm going to be taking a 4-power ball. So let's go check out hole number 14. Make sure it's the hole I'm thinking of. Alright, we're coming out here with a 4-power ball trying to get into this area. We'd really like to get up here far enough that we could try for a dunk and go for a dunk albatross, but we're ending up in this area, and I've been somewhat playing it safe just to secure the eagle, but we really would like to give ourselves a great look at Albie here. So we're taking a 4-power ball, our extra mile, and all of our backspin clubs. We need to pick one up, and we don't necessarily need to pick one up on this hole, but man, it's really nice when you pick one up on one of the holes you're not expecting to pick one up on. And 5, 7, and 9 are those holes. So we've got 3 holes coming up in these last 5 that are not huge holes for picking up an extra. The deal with this shot right here is if you fail up close, you're in big trouble. But the second shot is no walk in the park. I mean, you still got a lot of work to do from right there. You got to get around those trees, got to make it around those trees, and then come back the other way. You got a lot of work. Alright, we want to be up in this area here. So we got a 4-mile-per-hour wind. So we got a little more wind than we had in the opener, or in the first time by. So we want to make sure we give ourselves plenty of room. So I'm going to be on my blue ring off from the rough. Get it perfect. Making it over and really scooting. We're in our short iron range here. I'm not sure if my Saturn has quite enough backspin for us to do the dunk, but we're up in that range. It's actually for most situations it's better to be back here because you opened up this whole thing and it doesn't put this tree into play. We're actually looking at the window between those trees, so we've got to come straight at it. That's why we brought our backspin clubs. Our opponent did fantastic. Nice shot. Nice shot. Very nice eagle. Okay, we're at minimum club here, and it's about 3 per ring. All right, we're going for the Albi here. Isn't it perfect? Have to go back and watch the video and see how far we missed that by, but it looked like it was pretty dang close. It was close. A little bit too much of a pull on the ring adjustment. The situation was there is that Saturn doesn't have 100% backspin. So if you miss it too far forward, I missed that dunk too far forward, I put all the backspin on it to try and bring it back to the hole, but it might actually bounce off the green. And so I didn't want to miss it forward. I would rather have been a little short like I was. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. Alright, we did not capitalize on that, but we gave ourselves, that's the best look I've had all tournament. That's the first time I've really had I hit up in that same area once before, but I was not quite as far. And for a pure dunk, that tree was just a little in my way. And so I just went and laid it up on the green and went for the birdie. Alright. We've got to make up one more shot. We've got to pick something up here. And this hole right here is really, in all seriousness, this par 3 is our best shot right here of trying to get a hole-in-one. It's the best shot on these last 4 of trying to pick a shot up. Alright, so we're going to be taking a Saturn. I'm going to take a Saturn, and I'm going to take a Kingmaker. Here we go. We need to pick up a hole-in-one right here. if we pick up a hole-in-one right here, this tournament is ours to lose. So we can win this tournament if we get a hole-in-one right here. I mean, we will have ourselves a serious shot. It's all going to boil down to perfect. All right. So our opponent's going out at that side over there, day to day and one-on-one. That's pretty much the side that I always come at this hole. If you have the right stuff when you get here, you can try this backspin shot, but you can really only do this in rookie. I think you might be able to reach it in pro, but I'm not sure what ball you'd have to use or what the setup would have to be. Okay, we want that ball to be right on that transition between the fringe and the rough, and I want to be on that cut right on the line. And we're going to do a 10% wind adjustment, so we're going to do a 3-5 wind. So there's 3. We're going to do a 3-5 wind. Hit it perfect. We give ourselves a shot right here at hole-in-one. We give ourselves a shot. And that's a little on the inside. That was a shot though. Damn it. That means we got 3 holes. These last 3 holes, the par 3 is, and I haven't hole-in-one this par 3 in this tournament. And I really thought that hole number 17 would be the par 3 that everybody be getting hole-in-ones on, but I've hole-in-one the other ones and I haven't hole-in-one yet. So we do have shots. We've set ourselves up with our setup shots so that on all 3 of the last holes we have a shot of picking something up. I'm giving myself the best shot that I can do setups for, layup or whatever I need to get in the right spot to help me out to get that eagle, or to get that albatross, or to get that hole-in-one. But all 3 of the last holes are not tending to lend themselves to you picking up that extra shot. But we really need one more shot. All right. That was hole number 15. So hole number 16 of the Gridiron tournament in the rookie division. Weekend round. All right. Now I'm not going to change my MO here. I'm going for the layup over here, and we're trying to come out it. Now, you really only need to get in between these shadows right here, but we're trying to land in this area right here. If we get into this area, we're in our short iron range. If we're in this area, we're in our long iron range. Or excuse me, we're in our wood range if we're here, and we're in our long iron range if we're here. So, and if we get out here, we can go around the tree, and we've got the whole fairway open to us, so we can use curl. If we end up here, we've got to go in between these trees, and we got to go straight out with backspin and side spin. So we're going to bring the appropriate clubs depending on which area we end up in. And I know from the last time I played here, I really would have rather had my Saturn than my backbone. And there's no way I'm going to end up in my Hornet range, but I'm going to bring my Hornet just in case. And we're going to bring a Kingmaker. Okay, so we got a Kingmaker, and we've got the clubs. We're switching out this club. Quarterback, Guardian, Saturn, Hornet. That's what we're bringing. We're going to do a layup shot, and then we're going for the eagle. I really at this point have no idea where I am score-wise, because I really haven't paid attention and I haven't done the math to see what's going on. But I know that I need to pick up a shot on every freaking hole that we have left here to have any shot at a win, because I have no tiebreakers. So whatever I have to be the the lone man standing at the top of the chart, because if I'm up there with anybody else, they're going to beat me in tiebreakers. So I need to pick up every single thing I can pick up on every single hole. And I have gotten a couple eagles on this hole, but this hole doesn't lend itself to getting eagle. This is a tough par 4. The best shot of getting an eagle is to go over where our opponent's at, and you can do the hop over, but there's so little green to work with down there. It's a very, very tricky shot. I want to come out just a little bit. I want to be out a couple rings, and we're going to put on just one top spin. Okay, and we're going to do a two rings out for wind, and then we just need to hit a perfect shot. And we hit it great on the inside, which means we're going to more than likely end up in the rough. On this bounce right here, we're going to, oh, I can't believe we missed that rough. And we're right at the edge of that, so we've got the in-between window. So we're probably going to be in our wood range, like our minimum wood. We might actually be in a spot of bother where we're at, because we might be at the transition between clubs. And the way the wind's blowing, we need to be able to get our, if we're in that transition, we need to be able to adjust out just a little bit of wind. And I'm going to count my Guardian, if I'm in my Guardian range, at 1.5 per ring, because it'll be at minimum club. It'll probably be closer to 1.7 per ring. Nice. Be a very easy birdie. Securing birdie on this hole can be difficult, so going for eagle. Okay, there's our transition. So there's our transition, and there's our transition. So we're at about mid club. Mid club's about 1.5 per ring. We want all the backspin that we can muster. Okay, so we're about 1.5, so that's about almost a 2-ring pull. We can't put any curl on it because of that dang tree. So we hit it perfect. And that's what we're going to have for birdie. I would like to have made it just a little bit further out there. Just a little bit further. Still got some work to do on this hole though. Make sure we're right at the pin. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Birdie. Alright, we have 2 holes left, and we have got our work cut out for us, because I have not hole-in-one hole number 17. And I haven't hit an I think I've only hit 1 albatross on hole number 18 the entire time it's been out. It's not a hole that lends itself to getting albatrosses. I have hit an albatross on it, and I've come super close. I don't know how many times, but it doesn't lend itself to it. Alright, we're on hole number 17. Let's see where we're at here. Hole number 17. We need to get a hole-in-one. We need to hole-in-one this hole. I haven't holed this one out in a while, and we need to cap it off right here. If we can get a hole-in-one on this, we can give ourselves a serious shot for a win. if we can pick up one more shot on one of these last two holes. So it's really important that we try and pick up something here. Until the top 10 have 27s or better, and we're at 26, so we've got to pick it up. If we want any shot at a win, we've got to get one more special deal here. Otherwise, we're going to get caught up there with a bunch of people in the tiebreaker category, and then we're going to be screwed. So we're about balanced out. Okay, 1.9 per ring, 1.9 wind, one ring. Need to hit perfect. Hitting perfect. Get in the hole. We'll give ourselves a shot here. And it might be going too slow. Going a little too slow. Look at that. Damn it! That was so close. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Oh. Man, that means we have put so much work on this last hole. It always boils down to the last hole. You get to the last hole and you just, you know, you got to shoot a -8 on the last hole. You don't want to leave this, you don't want to leave yourself in this situation. Alright, we got birdie on 17, so we have got to pick up an Albie on the last hole. Because right now we're going to be in 10th place. And I'm sure that somebody up there at the top has shot a -30, so not getting that hole in one right there, we're pretty much guaranteed not to win. We had so many opportunities here. Alright, we're at 28 and we've got 30. Okay, we're at 28 and we're in 5th. I'm almost positive that there's somebody up there in these top 2 slots that's got a -30. So we have to give ourselves this albatross shot. We need albatross here to have any semblance of a win, because if there's anybody up there in those front 2 spots that has a 30, we're in a tiebreaker. So we got no choice but to go for it here. I have no idea what they shot, and I don't want to know. I've informed my caddy not to tell me. Alright, and we're giving ourselves a really good look at this by coming at it with a Kingmaker. Coming at it with a Kingmaker. We're coming at it with a big dog. We're using our bag 3. Big dog, sniper, backbone, hornet. We're taking all of our accurate clubs and a big bone, a big topper. Alright, hole number 18. We need an albatross. Okay, we're down here in the slot. Maximum top spin, however much side spin we can still get on. Okay, we got a 2/8 wind going in our direction, so 2/8's about that much. I want to be off to the left just a titch. And we're going to let that wind stay in, and we want to bring it back over to that narrow part, and we want to put on just a little bit of overpower. Not enough to make it do anything weird, just enough to let us know we're overpowering it. Hit it great on the outside, great to the left. If we were going to hit it great one direction or the other, that's a better direction to hit it great, but it increases the odds that we're going to clip the rough down there. But it does put us lower when we're great to the left, and we get a better look at the green from down here. I didn't catch the distance right there, but ideally with the big topper, you want to be in the past the 385 range, because if we're past the 380, 385 range, we're in our long iron. Especially if we're in the 385, because then we've got a little bit of maneuverability with our long iron. It's a hard, this albatross shot is a hard shot to set up. Our opponent did the same shot. They look like they got some roll there. They're out there. That's what we want. Is we want to be out there. They're right at 378, so right at 380. We'll see where they're at with their long iron range. So with our long iron, there's our red line. I want to go right at it. We're 2-4, so that's a perfect 2 ring. It's 1.2 per ring, so that's a perfect 2 ring pull. And we just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Gave ourselves a shot at albatross here. Come on, get in the hole. Oh, look at how close that was. Damn. Oh, that close. That close on that hole-in-one on hole number 17, and that close to Albion, hole number 18. Those were the separators in this tournament. Dropping hole number 2 on the front and dropping hole number 4 on the front just literally killed us. It took out any chance for an absolute guaranteed win, and I just feel like there's somebody up at the top with a 30, and we're not going to have any tiebreakers, so it's just not going to be good. We shot a really good round other than hole 2 and 4. We were able to pick those up on the back, but dropping them on the front was an epic fail. And we were so close on some of these other shots, especially these last 2 holes. I mean, we had really serious looks at them. Our opponent had a nice little look. That's the distance right there between a win and a not win. Alright, in the hole for eagle. So we shot a 30, and I am really not, I know somebody's up at the top with a 30. I'm going to have to be up at the top by myself with a 30 in order to have any shot at winning, because like I said, I don't have any tiebreakers. And we'll go ahead and shoot this par 3 as a bonus. You'll get a bonus hole here. See if we can go out as winners. We might get to the lobby and not be winners, but maybe we can go out as winners right here. And we have the clubs to shoot this shot. This backspin shot is very dangerous when you have tailwind, and you have to pull it back, because when you pull it, if you have to pull your rings past this to get down into this hollow because there's so much wind, it'll end up being an over adjustment. So this backspin shot works really well when you've got, and I can't do it because I've got a backbone. I thought I had a sniper or a Saturn with me. I've got a backbone. Okay, so we're just going to set it up out there, and then we're literally going to dial this in. Dialing it towards the hole. 2-5. That's a 2-ring pull. And we're going to go in this direction. We're off from the wind just a little. And then just a straight shot. And we hit it great on the outside. All right, we went out a winner, regardless of what happens in the lobby here. All right, we shot a 30, and I mean, I should be super excited with a 30. I only dropped 2 holes in the entire round. I dropped 2 and 4 on the front 9, and that has cost us anything higher than where we got here, where we would have had an absolute guaranteed 100%. We would have known we were going to win. We hit hole 2, we got a hole in one. Hole 3, we got a hole in one. Hole 6, we got a hole in one. We got an albatross on 1 and 10. And we've shot a really good round, but those 2 drop shots on 2 and 4 have cost us, and I'm just afraid to go look. And there's somebody else with a 30, and like I thought, we have no tiebreakers. They shot, I just blew my front round and didn't have, and look at it. Oh, that's just sickening. All right, shoot that well and still end up in second. That was the Gridiron tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.